I'm gonna put you talking like to me like that. So this is how she talked to me on the regular. So y'all tell me, am I supposed to ignore this? Like, is this like normal talking, or is that like somebody actually talking at you?
What you talking about?
Hey, so,
You know, I don't impersonate people as much as I would like to. Like, I don't do it enough, but I if I practice, I can actually be a really good impersonator.
you think so?
Yeah, I know so. Like, I've been doing it since I was a kid. Give me somebody.
I don't want to waste our recording though.
Oh, okay.
So let's go.
Okay, I'ma just do what you said to do, son.
You sound like a slave. That's what you sound like.
Okay, so what we talking about?
You gonna start it?
We just about to start talking.
Oh,
It's a good time for all that.
you funny. I wouldn't mind.
Nobody got time holding that.
Mouse are gonna get you. That's what you sound like.
No, I sound like Bernie Mac.
No, it's not.
You go.
Okay.
All right.
I guess we just start off by talking about, you know, how you got drugged on Instagram last week.
That's funny. But I got drugged on Instagram. I got drugged at home.
No, you did not. Don't say that.
You don't think?
I don't feel like, wait, let me fix my shorts. I don't feel like you got drugged at home. Like, you didn't get drugged. I just had to explain to you why you got drugged on Instagram.
You did.
You got loved at home. I showed you love.
Yeah. So basically what we talking about is I posted a clip
From the last episode.
But I took it down. It was already at like 2,000 views.
That's crazy.
And basically the clip was titled, "Do you still love your wife can you still love your wife even if you cheated?" And what I was saying is I said it out of context. Well, no, did I say that out of context, or that's just kind of what I was thinking?
Yeah, no. I feel like what you said, you meant it. Like, you feel like you loved me, and y'all, if y'all watch, you've seen the last podcast, or if you listen, you've heard or watched the last podcast episode. And so the question was,
Can you love
your wife and still cheat? Like, if you cheat on your wife, does that mean you don't love her, or something like that? I can't remember the specific question, but basically that was it, right?
Yeah, that was it. And the women was going in on me. They was going in. I was kind of defending myself, but I guess at this time I was kind of confused. I was like, well, why are they going so hard? Because I don't know. I guess what you said after that, I understood. Okay, I didn't really love my wife.
Yeah.
You know, at that time I liked you. I had love for you. But I didn't really love my wife because I didn't know how to love.
Yeah.
So
I guess, so basically that's what people was like, somebody was just like BS. Like people would just, you know, people have come for us.
Yeah.
People have come for us just because we talked about infidelity. Like, we expected that, but this was a whole nother level.
Yeah.
This was like, it was just people just come, like, they came fast.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
They came real quick, and I had to explain to him, well, to Isaiah, is that, well, technically you did not love me. Like, you still liked me. And I think we should have talked about that in the last episode. Talking about the difference between loving somebody and liking them. And I briefly said in the last episode is that I thought that you didn't like me.
Yeah.
I didn't really go into detail when I told the story about the woman who had prophesied to me and told me that my husband loves me the only way that he knows how. But I said, my whole thought process was like, I just thought that you didn't like me.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't wrap my head around you doing what you did and you still having feelings for me.
Yeah.
And
so like I said, I get it now, because in my mind, I thought I do love you. Like, I love you. I want to be with you. Like, I love you.
Yeah, that's what it is. You want to be with me. Yeah.
But thinking about it now, I didn't know. I ain't gonna say I didn't love you. I didn't, like you said, I didn't know how to love you. I only loved you based on what I knew, what I saw growing up, and honestly, I didn't see much of any of that growing up.
Yeah.
My mom was single; she wasn't married, so I didn't have a dad or showing in the household, showing how to love my mom or anything like that. So all I knew, what I thought love was, when you're with somebody, you're willing just to sacrifice, bills, your time, doing things for them. Like, that was love to me. That's
Yeah.
how. So me giving that, it's like, okay, I'm doing these things that I know to do for you. This is me loving you.
Yeah. And you still liked me.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't hate me.
Yeah. So
Our marriage was terrible. I think we treated each other
yeah.
terribly. Probably me more like in the verbal area. I talked to you crazy, but you still liked me.
Yeah.
And you still wanted to be married to me. You still wanted to be my husband.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. And so, first of all, before I get into saying what I really want to say about love, I just want to put this out there, is that I'm just going to just tell them about our conversation, because
Okay.
I feel like Isaiah, my hubby, first of all, I love you so much. Like, I really do. And I'm just so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. But I feel like because of that post that he made, and when people started coming for him, I feel like, or I'm talking to you, when people start coming for you, I feel like you, your confidence kind of just went down. And I think that it's big of you to be able to come, get on here and to admit that you, like, okay, we don't know everything.
Yeah.
You don't know everything. I don't know everything. And that is the problem with a lot of people nowadays, because everybody wants to be an expert and nobody wants to be a student. Nobody wants to admit when they don't know something, or admit, they'll just, because if you could have let pride come in, that's how I know you've changed. Because you could have allowed pride to come in, and then you could have just stood 10 toes down for
what I was saying.
Yeah. And guess what? You would have had some people, and I told you, if you had left that post up, you were gonna have some supporters to come in there and start.
That's what I was waiting on. I was like, where y'all at?
Yeah, well, it probably wasn't gonna be very many.
Where y'all
but
at,
there
man?
would be somebody. There is somebody who would see that and be like, yeah, now, like they were gonna rock with what you said.
Yeah.
And I feel like the way that you handle it, even though it didn't feel good, and even though it made you feel like you want to stop talking, and you don't want to do nothing, because I've gone through the same thing. But you show where your heart is, and I feel like you doing that shows God that your heart is in the right place. Not shows God, it just shows that your heart is in the right place. Your heart is in the right place. And so it's okay for us to be wrong sometimes, and we will admit it. So like, if we misspeak, if we say anything, best believe we'll come back.
Yeah.
We'll come back on here. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm proud of you, babe.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. Like, I'm so serious, and I'm just glad that you still doing this, because I know how that feels, and I know. So, because I've been on the forefront of my platform for how many years? It's been years now.
Yeah.
It's been a while that I've been doing this, and so I know how the enemy attacks you. Like, I know that when you get up and you get in front of this camera, get in front of this mic, you are already a threat, because this is not for us to glorify ourselves. If we doing anything for the kingdom, for God, the enemy is going to attack. And so I know you kind of like to fight your battle silently, so I didn't really know all of what was going on and what you were thinking.
Yeah.
But I know how it feels. I've spent entire days in the closet, so you actually handled it way better than me, because I would literally like be depressed and be in my closet all day, just saying, man, I'm so dumb. I just suck at everything, and
Yeah.
woe is me. I don't do that no more though. I'm glad I've grown. I think
You don't do it for that long. You don't.
Yeah, you're right. I'll be in there. I'll cry for like, maybe like an hour.
Yeah.
I'll sit in my closet for about an hour and I come out. I'm fine now.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about, like, we could talk about love, or do you like how? I mean, you kind of already said your piece, but do you have any other revelation about love, or like something that you understand more of?
Yeah, I mean, just really just understanding that, the way you said it last episode, the way God meant for us to love. What's the verse? You know the verse?
Dang, I wish we could pull it up. Do I have enough?
No, you got 2%.
2%? That's enough. Let's pull up. I believe it's in Corinthians. Oh Lord.
It's going there.
It's just not unlocking. Like, that's weird. You just don't want to unlock. It's trying to keep me out of it so it can just go there and I don't get. Dang.
Is it face recognition?
No, I got my fingerprint in it too. I put my passcode in and I put my fingerprint. It's dang stupid. Oh well.
But anyway,
okay. So it talks about, man. Do we have something else? I really want to read it. I should have written it down.
We don't. I ain't finna grab the computer.
Okay, I got it. I'm in. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verses 4 through 8. I'm about to read it. First, what I say? 1 Corinthians 13. I almost had it right. I knew it was in Corinthians. Okay, so let's see. What is love? Let me go to the NIV. Okay, I'm sorry.
You got it.
Okay. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It does not keep record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Verse 8 says, love never fails.
Yeah. So that dishonors others and self-seeking, those two really stand out to me more now, because, like I said in the last episode, I dishonored you. When I cheated, I dishonored you. So just based off that wasn't love.
Right.
Love is truly, no matter what, is honoring you wherever wherever I am, when you're not away, having that integrity to be disciplined, to be what's the word? Yeah, just to be disciplined.
Yeah, have self-control.
Yeah, self-control. That's what I meant to say. To be disciplined and have self-control, and to really just fear. I won't say fear God. Just have the fear of God, and just really know, love like Jesus loved the church.
Yeah.
Christ loved the church. So I would say it was definitely a revelation for me, because there were some things I missed. There were some things I did do. I felt like, oh yeah, it's love, but it all went to, I didn't know what that said in the Bible.
Yeah.
I didn't know what love. Like I said, I only knew what I saw, what I experienced growing up. And that's what I thought and considered was love.
I think the judge, when we got married, she did read that verse.
She probably did. I wasn't listening.
You was just ready to go get some. You was like, oh, we get to do it now. You weren't listening to nothing. She said, for better or for worse, for sicker or for poor, you just like,
Yeah, I said, I do.
I do.
Whatever that means. Okay.
But that's good. That's good. And to be honest, like, first of all, what you said, you're not the only man in the world who feels that way.
Yeah.
There are so many men who dishonor their wives every day and feel like they still love them. And they actually, people think they just trifling or they just trash. No, they mean it. They feel like, no, I love you.
Yeah.
But I just did this, And so it's coming. But I want to say that I feel like it's impossible for a man to love It is impossible for a man to love his wife based on the Bible, based on the true definition of love, agape love, the love that's unconditional. It is impossible for anybody, not just a man, for anybody to love another person or to love their spouse without knowing God.
Yeah.
I think it's impossible. I think it's very difficult.
Yeah.
To truly understand what love is. And so people may have their different issues, or, you know, maybe somebody doesn't cheat, but maybe you're dishonoring your spouse with your words. Maybe you're not patient. Maybe you're not, like, none of them are bigger than the other in the eyes of God.
Yeah. Now I do think, you know, there's nobody's perfect. So I would say, you know, it's kind of tough. It's like, dang, you do love this person, but sometimes you may slip up in your mouth, you know, say something out of anger.
Yeah.
So
can I still say I cussed my husband out, or I yelled at my husband, I talked to him crazy, but I love you.
Yeah.
I do love you, but it's just like, but you know what?
In that moment, yeah, I wasn't feeling the love at that moment.
Yeah,
but
that's. So now we kind of
we're
going back to that.
I do still love you.
Yeah, we kind of going back to that. So, because we talking about cheating, it's like,
yeah.
You know, clutch your pearls, like, oh my gosh, no, you cheated. Oh, you. But I think that if I would have gotten on there and said, yeah, I talk to my husband crazy sometimes, but I do love him, people will be like, yeah,
you do. You're just mad.
You just was mad. He just made you mad in the moment. So
that's kind of where I was coming from.
I get it. And I told you before, I understood what you were saying wholeheartedly. And so it's not, and let's actually, if we get back to the Bible, if we get back to the word, you saying that you love me even though you cheated is not false, because there's different types of love. There's 3 different types of loves. I can't remember. One is eros. I know that the highest form of love is agape. But you have eros, which is like, I have feelings for you. I wish I could remember. I want to look it up. It's going to probably go dead on me. We're going to try. Lord, please let this stay on. Okay, let me tell y'all what the 3 types of loves. I should have done this before. Types of love.
Once she's doing that, you got it?
Yeah. No.
I was going to plug in these t-shirts. You know, y'all can pick up y'all man of God t-shirts, woman of God t-shirts on restoredtees.com. $7.99. What? I should do it cheaper?
No.
$7.99. We have these. They'll be up on our website when this episode is posted. It went dead. I thought you had it.
I did, and I started listening to you, and it was up. I saw Philia. You got Playful Love. Philia. I didn't even know that. They had a bunch of, it was like 9 different.
I like feeling.
No. Oh, I have no idea, to be honest. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But dang it.
Oh, well.
I got distracted. I could have read it real quick and try to remember it. But you have playful love. You have the feeling love, romantic love. Romantic types of love. I think that's what eros is, I believe. It's like feelings, like romance. And
so is there one that has all of those combined? Is there a specific love for that one?
I don't know, because I don't think that God loves us romantically. So like saying agape, but agape is the highest form. So I don't think I think it's just love, like the love that 1 Corinthians 13 was talking about. That's the love that God shows us. Right. And so it has nothing to do about how you feel about me. None of that had to do with feelings. That love. It said patient, kind, doesn't keep record of the wrongs. All of those were like actions. So love is an action, but agape love is an action. So we can't say all of love is an action. No, agape love, the way that God loves us is an action. But the Bible doesn't just just it doesn't only just talk about agape love. The Bible also talks about the other loves, and I feel like it's two of them. The other ones, I don't know if they were in the Bible.
Yeah.
I haven't done my research, and I probably should have before I come on here, so I could really like break it down. You know, I love teaching. Okay, FYI, I love to do Bible studies. I love teaching the Word of God. Like I just like it. I love it. Unfortunately, I wasn't prepared today, but I would have given y'all a whole Bible study lesson. I've actually taught this years ago.
Where?
At Victory Chapel.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't listen.
That's the reason why I know this, but I don't know it. No, and it's been years ago, and I hadn't studied love, and I don't know when was the last time. But
yeah.
So the Bible does mention other types of love, but the love that it says covers the multitude of sins, that's agape love. The love that endures forever, that's agape love. And actually, after when I was in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, I was going to, I think I read 8, love endures, I think.
Love endures all things.
Love endures all things.
Yeah.
On the opposite end of that, you know what else love is? If it endures, you don't endure easy. You don't endure that. Love endures like hard times.
Yeah.
And so
cheating's a hard time. No, but I mean it is.
Yeah. And so the fact that I stayed with you, that action that I took, because I didn't feel it.
Yeah.
I didn't like you.
Dang.
No, I didn't.
I know.
I just didn't.
I know you didn't.
I didn't like you. However, I chose to make the decision to stay. I chose love. But it wasn't love because I still, I still had bitterness and resentment and all that. But as humans, I feel like you can make a mistake, repent, and choose love.
Yeah.
So.
You know, it's funny. So, you know, those people who say once a cheater, always a cheater. It'd be crazy if God saw us the same way.
I know.
Once a sinner, always a sinner. And it's like we pick and choose what we want to do, how we should live. I can go turn up every weekend, sleep with whoever, and then go to church Sunday. God gonna forgive me. But then once a cheater,
on your
a
wife. Yeah.
So it's crazy that, people, they see that they find excuses for their mess ups. But then when something happens to them that they don't like, they call that person can never have the grace to be better. Yeah. To have that change.
Does it make you feel some type of way to see those type of comments?
No, I actually don't. I don't be reading like that.
You don't?
I don't be caring. I mean, I cared about that because I thought I was saying something good.
Yeah, you cared about that. You cared about that that last post, but the other stuff you don't really care about.
Yeah, but for the most part, if it's something I know I said, I felt like it's a good post and like really was my truth, and then I mean it's just an opinion at that point. But yeah, the other one's like, man, y'all misunderstanding me. So that's when.
Oh, you don't like to be misunderstood.
Yeah.
So you don't really care about people, all the other stuff that people are saying. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's understandable. Like I get it.
Yeah. But
I get it.
So what do you think? What do you think about the people? Like, what do you like? Once a cheater, always a cheater. Like, is there some truth to that? Like, what?
I feel like there is some truth to it. Because, like I said, if you're not connected with God, with the source, with the one who created us, the one who is love, then you can't love. It's you don't know how to love. So, if there's somebody who is without God, who's just living without Him, and they cheat, they probably it's difficult to stop, because cheating is to be honest, it's a character flaw. It's something that didn't start when you got married. Cheating and being sneaky and doing little stuff is because you started that when you was little.
Yeah.
and you got away with it and you saw that it worked.
Mm-hmm.
And those are habits that are formed over time. Like, did you cheat in school?
Yeah.
I did too. I cheated in school.
Yeah.
I cheated sometimes because, yeah, I cheated.
Y'all cheated in school too.
No, not everybody.
Nah, but
Some people were really like. There are some people who really talk. Like my dad. Like I said in the first episode. Like my daddy was big on integrity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He would talk about that all the time. But that went out the window. If it came to a test that I wasn't prepared for.
Yeah.
I wasn't failing, because if I fail, then I'm gonna go get a whooping. So why not?
Yeah, yeah.
But that's the wrong mentality to have. But
yeah, with the, what you were saying, once a cheat, always cheat. Like I said, there is some truth. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Because if you don't change, if there's nothing that you don't do anything to change, and you continue to put yourself in the same type of environments, around the same type of people, or having the same type of conversations, you're still going to continue to drift off to do those same things, because you have to remove something in order to be better.
That is so true.
Like the stuff that everybody, like with business, like when people saying, you're trying to be an entrepreneur, you can't go out all the time. You gotta, you can't go out all the time, because that's going to delay your growth to get to where you need to be. The same thing. So if with relationships, when you're trying to commit yourself to one another, you got to give up something to truly give yourself, your time, your love, your emotions to this person, because they need that, and vice versa. So if you're constantly going out and your wife at home, just sitting there waiting on you, then
what do you think is going to happen? that is so true. Because it's like, okay, so it's like an alcoholic.
Uh-huh.
If you say, I want to get clean,
but you still in the bar right next to it, you're constantly going to be tempted to go right back to get it, to grab that drink.
That is so
it.
true. And I think, and in the last episode, you talked about like how going to clubs and stuff, like how that just does nothing but like put temptation right in front of you.
Yeah.
Like if you, like what business... Yeah. What business, when you got a woman at home, what business do you have? Like, first of all, let me just talk about this. I feel like it's a little off topic, but I really want to talk about it, because I think it's because it's late. I'm seeing things a little differently. Mm-hmm. But think about this. People go out. People go to the club. What is there in the club? Okay, you got music. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool, chill. Vibing to my music, right? So, but you got also music that is talking about degrading women. Mm-hmm. It's talking about drugs, sex, lust. Okay, but let's not get that deep. But I just got that deep, so never mind. Okay, so it's talking about all that, right? Mm-hmm. And now in front of you, who is walking by? Is it women with robes and dresses to their ankles, dressing very modestly?
With the bonnets and
Is that what y'all see? Is that what we see? No. Most women in the club are like half dressed. Yeah. You don't nobody really goes to the club covered up. Yeah. That's just silly. I never went to the club covered up. I'm wearing the tightest dress that I can. Yeah. Even when we would be together, you got to be sexy. Yeah. So in that type of environment, what is it that we are opening ourselves up to? People say, oh, we're just having a good time. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, I forgot the alcohol. Yeah. That is literally a breeding ground for lust, for fornication, adultery, all of that. It's set up there, because what is the point? When I was single, we go to the club to find a dude. Mm-hmm. Now, I wasn't really that type of girl, so I didn't really do the whole hookup, But a lot of people, you go to the club, you're successful when you leave out that club with another man, with another woman. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You remember Charleston White? You remember what he said about when you're in those situations, when you at the strip club, or you at these clubs with these drinks and all of that like that? He said the Spirit of God ain't in there. Mm-mm. the spirit of God, and the only other spirits that are in there is demons.
Yeah.
So when something bad happens, it's because once you enter that place, you're leaving God's presence.
Mm-hmm.
So
you know the last time we went to the club, the very last time I was in there praying in tongues. And I said, why am I in an environment where I gotta be over here like pleading the blood of Jesus? Why?
Yeah.
I purposely went here. It wasn't like something out of my control. Like I went here, and then it was almost like God it's like he removed this veil, and I started to see what we were partaking in.
Yeah.
And I was looking around, and I was like completely sober, just looking like, wow. Mm-hmm. What are we doing here? This is stupid. Like, this is just dumb. People on the floor, girls on the bars dancing. Yeah. It stopped making sense to me. And I feel like so many people want different. They want better, but they are still putting themselves in environments and situations that are completely dishonoring God and completely opposite of what you want. Don't say I want to have a happy marriage, but you in a club. Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah.
You want a peaceful, happy, wholesome. Oh, everybody want a kingdom marriage.
And then they say they in there with their husbands. I'm in there with my husband. That don't mean nothing. All you doing now is giving competition. He sees something else that's in there, and he said, "Dang, he gonna start thinking why you kind of don't do stuff like that."
Mm-hmm. And look at how she dancing and moving and.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Okay, this is so random. I hope this is like not oversharing, but it was one time we was at the club and I was dancing on you, and you were looking around. I remember I was like, I was so mad. And you were like, what are you were so confused, like what you getting mad at? I'm like, your eyes only supposed to be on me, but you just looking around. Just
I wasn't looking around for nobody.
I know you wasn't. I know, but you were. I know what it was, but it just kind of make me think like, is that a thing?
Yeah,
dude.
It is.
So because like you spot somebody and it's just like, oh,
Yeah. It is.
Dang, I wish I hit that. But one thing is that I can say for me, just me, because I've never been like a very lustful or like sexual person. Mm-hmm. So I don't, when I will go to the club, I wouldn't really struggle. It wouldn't be like that. But I think my downfall would be, or just like my thing would be, that I would like for somebody to want me.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to feel like somebody wanted to talk to me. Somebody wanted to. Mm-hmm. That's what would do it for me. Like if I know that a dude looking at me, I'll be like, oh, I still got it. But for some reason, I don't know if it was God or what, but it was times when I was going to the club without you, and I be wanting attention. Literally nobody.
Yeah.
And I would come home be pissed off.
She like a mom.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh, do I look like a wife? Do I got wife tattooed on my forehead? Do I got mama, wife? Like, what is happening? Because nobody, and I know I was cute.
It's because the streets know me.
Boy, whatever.
The streets know me, so that's Oputa girl right there.
We were at a whole white club. It was mixed, but no.
So it's Oputa girl, bro. Don't mess with, don't talk.
Boy, ain't nobody scared of you.
So he from Holland Hills. That's the Holland Hills.
Don't get with her. You're her man from Holland Hills. No.
Yeah.
They'd be like, she looked tired.
she looked like she just changed a whole bunch of diapers before she came here.
Like that. She looked tired. I don't think I want her. She smelled like Similac and
spit up.
Oh man.
No.
But I don't miss those days. You know how people look back and be like, oh, I don't really miss. Like we used to have fun together, but I feel like I love how we are now.
Yeah.
I like this. Like I like being like an old couple. Some people be thinking like, oh, y'all just old and y'all should still go. No.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about? So what do you think about? I know we're saying being in the club. What do you think about every once in a while you going to hang out with your girls, or me going to hang out with my dudes at a sports bar or something like that? What do you think about those things?
I think it's nothing wrong with you want to hang out with friends. There's nothing wrong with me hanging out with my friends. I think it's who you hanging out with, and then how are you conducting yourself. Like
how you communicate,
because like with my girl, like my friends, you know my friends.
yeah
we end up be
praying, crying.
Me and my friends, my real friends, my real friends.
Yeah,
my closest friends. I don't have that many friends. My 2 closest friends. When we get together, all we talk about is God. We talk about purpose. Can't nothing go down.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if I hung around some ratchets or.
Why they gotta be ratchets?
Oh, not ratchets. I didn't mean to say that. I'm talking about like if I hung around some people who
of the world,
some worldly women, then it will be different. But even if you do have like some worldly people in your like in your circle, like maybe they're not close proximity, but they are a friend or an acquaintance. I don't see nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah.
But I decided that this is something I remember making this decision a long time ago, that when I go around people, even if people don't think the same way that I think, I'm going to set the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And it's still a work in progress. I'm not perfect because I still tend to be like that passive and just like be whatever everybody else is like talking the way. But I want to be the atmosphere changer. I want to come in and it's just like, oh. Yeah.
I think where you go matters. What you guys do matters. So, I mean, I feel like there's no problem with going, like I said, going to a bar with your friends. If you're a Christian, I mean, you still can be a Christian.
Okay, are we like what, like a bar?
Sports. I mean, a sports bar.
What is a bar?
Sports bar, not the club bars.
A sports bar.
Sports bar.
Okay.
It's sports bar, chill bar, not the club. Everybody at the dance floor. Okay. I don't know. It just really it depends on the place.
Yeah.
Like I said, it depends on where you guys going. Like like I know what you're trying to say. Like if it's
I'm about to say, because I'm like I don't really agree, but I'm just y'all just know that I'm not. No.
Like you talking about like a uptown?
No, I'm not even talking about uptown. I'm just talking about a bar. Period. Like it's just kind of like this is your opinion. I'm not going.
You're not going to a bar.
I'm not going to a bar.
I'll go to a bar. Depends on, like I said, depends on the bar. Okay. I'll go to one. Like, I mean, bars are restaurants these days. So I will go to a bar, a sports bar. I will go to a bar. Like, I don't know how to explain. Like, there's different type of bars.
Okay.
That doesn't mean
to me when you say a bar, but when you say bar, it just sounds like, oh yeah, I'm going to go like drink with my buddies. No.
So and that's not what I'm meaning. So I don't mean I'm finna go drink, because I don't do that.
Well. Wait, so you don't drink now?
Honestly, I don't. I can't. I have.
But you will drink. But you'll drink like okay. So, and I don't think nothing is wrong with this. Like when you're around, like if you like when you're around your friends. This is what I'm trying to say. Like maybe this is not really for this podcast right now.
What?
But just talking about when you're around friends, like if everybody else is drinking, like are you okay? Like do you feel like maybe you should be okay with like just being the one who don't drink? Yeah,
I can be okay with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I will say I have I get one drink. We'll say I do that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I don't get sloppy drunk.
I know that.
I won't get sloppy drunk.
Obviously, duh.
But if we're just hanging out, just chilling at a regular place, restaurant, whatever, I'll have a drink, come home.
Yeah.
So yeah, Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like really mainly like in your sphere of influence, in your circle, because like I said, me and my friends would be having Bible study.
Yeah.
But I feel like with men and you have more of a diverse friend group, and so I think it's cool. Like, and I think it's important that you as a man, it's just my opinion, I'm not telling you what to do, but just that you as a man
Stand out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
And I feel like I do that. I do stand out.
Yeah, you actually do.
So, I mean,
you do.
Like I said, me going to those places, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going there to get sloppy drunk. I'm still, hey man, I gotta go be with my wife. I'm gotta leave. I'm leaving at this time.
Yeah.
So I do stand up. Me doing this podcast, talking about these things, I'm standing out. Me posting on Instagram, I'm standing out. I'm showing you, hey, the stuff we used to do, I don't do that no more. Mm-hmm. I'm different now. So yeah.
So I knew that there was no way that you could be the man that I wanted you to be without God. Mm-hmm. And I remember, I think you used to just think like, why are you being so, like, why do you keep just hassling me? Yeah. Because I knew, I'm just like, you saying that you changing, but bro, you ain't gonna be able to, you can't do it. Like, I know I've tried myself before.
Yeah.
I can't do it without God. Like, and so I used to be getting scared. But so since I knew that, I was scared, but I decided that I was gonna pray. I don't even know why I'm saying this right now. I just said, I can't change it, because I was trying to get you to do. I felt like I was trying to get you to like go through the motions. Okay, come on, let's pray. Okay, let's read our Bibles. And instead of just like letting this happen organically and naturally, and like me praying for you and like letting God do the work. Mm-hmm. And just to see the fact that when I shut my mouth and I left you alone and let you do what you wanted to do, mm-hmm. I allow God to work.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm just telling y'all that this is really for y'all. I don't know why I'm.
But you didn't like just let me do what I wanted to do, because some people could really get that.
Oh, okay. Not letting you do. I mean,
let him do his thing, and eventually he'd come around.
No, and I'm not talking about cheating. So let's get that straight. I'm not talking about letting him do what he want to do, like cheating wise. And so I'm saying, let him go through his process. And like, if he don't want to pray, then I can't be sitting there judging him and standing over his shoulder, trying to be his Holy Spirit, saying, hey, did you pray today? Hey, read your Bible. Okay, what do you think about this? Okay, do you believe in God? Remember, I'd be like, do you even actually believe in God? Do you want to be a devil worshiper?
Yeah.
Like what? Mm-hmm. But see, I had to shut up. I had to be quiet and let God do his work. And he did his work.
Yeah, and I used to always say, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm doing it my way. I'm doing it.
That's what you used to say. And I'm like, but your way ain't working.
Let me do it my way. I do believe these things, but it's hard to it's like being an alcoholic. You can't just say, like when you're truly an alcoholic or you're truly, addicted to drugs, when you can't just go cold turkey and just be perfect.
Yeah.
It's a process like that you have to go through in order to get to where you need to be. So yeah.
So we just got to trust the process. So I guess that is the advice that I want to give to any woman or man who is watching this, and you feel like either you're struggling spiritually or your spouse is struggling spiritually. I want you to know to trust the process, because I feel like probably every Christian goes through this, to where they feel like they see other people who are in church and who seem like they have such a great relationship with God, and then it makes you think. This is the reason why I'm saying this. I'm sorry, I have to stop. The reason why I'm saying this is because it has been on my mind so heavy lately.
Yeah.
I remember feeling like, why they look at how she prays, look at how he prays, and they active in church, and look at they're leading a Bible study group, and I would sit in my bed, Isaiah, and cry. I would sit there and cry because I felt like I wanted to be spiritual and I wanted to hear from God, and I knew that it was possible. I just wasn't there, and I couldn't get there. Mm-hmm. And I will be so hard on myself. And so anyway, so I'm talking to whoever on the other end of the phone that needs to hear this. Trust the process. One day when I was crying and I was just discouraged, and I was on Instagram and I was scrolling and I saw actually one of the girls I'm friends with, we good friends now. I was on her page. This is before we were friends, and I was on her page, and then I was looking at some other people that led this Bible study that we were in. And I was just like, why can't I be like this? And guess what God said to me? Let me say it again. And guess what God said to me?
What'd he say?
He said, so you want to hide behind a platform? You want a platform so that you can hide behind it?
Yeah.
You want to have this, what do you call it? This facade of being spiritual in front of other people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it was. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm crying because I'm not standing up on some platform saying thus says the Lord and want everybody to say, oh wow, she's spiritual. She's so saved.
Yeah.
That really changed my perspective.
Mm. And it's funny because that's what a lot of people do online.
A lot of people do it. People in ministry, people in churches, pastors. Mm-hmm. People are literally hiding behind a platform.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I never, ever want to get to the point to where I'm hiding because what I do, and this is one good thing about you is that you're not good. You don't pretend, like you don't really do all that fake stuff.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do it, you just ain't gonna do it. So one good thing about you is that okay, I'm repeating myself. Y'all, it's getting late. I'm sleepy. What I'm trying to say is what we do is literally an overflow of the behind, like what we do behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because I can't talk. I can't pray on Instagram. I can't prophesy. I can't preach to nobody if I'm not living right behind the scenes. If I'm not praying in my prayer closet, I'm pointing this way because my prayer closet, if I'm not in my prayer closet, if I'm not in my word, I feel depleted and I just can't even do it. I don't have the talent to get up and fake it.
Yeah. And like you just said, part of that. So a part of me, the reason why it took a while or not, it was harder for me to be the man of God you wanted me to really get into my Bible is because, like you said, I can't fake it. Mm-hmm. And I had to do the work behind the scenes before I could show it out,
Yeah.
let it out. And at that time, I still was doing the same thing. Yeah. So I wasn't ready to be the man of God, to be praying over you. I didn't want to pray because I felt like I still had stuff in me that I had to work on, that I had to get rid of, that I had to remove myself from. Mm-hmm. And that was, like I said, that's the work behind the scenes that needs to be done before I can actually show it when I leave this house.
Yeah. See, my problem is that I wanted you to fake.
Yeah.
Like I wanted you to fake it. Like so what I wanted was that when we go to church, people need to see, like I wanted him to wear that man of God shirt. I mean, we didn't have it back then, but I would have loved for him to wear a man of God shirt and say, everybody, like, that's my man of God.
And
hey, everybody.
I wouldn't have, because I would have felt like this ain't me.
Right.
This ain't me. And I wouldn't have wore it because of that.
Dang, that's so crazy. And now look at you. Look at you. You
I honestly was just sitting there thinking that this morning. I was doing my Bible study and I was just sitting like, dang, I'm actually sitting here and this is what I want to do.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I think I used to tell you God can change, God will change your desires, and you just like.
Yeah.
Because when you are living that lukewarm life and when you live in that life of sin, you don't want to give up. It sounds crazy. Why would I want to give up drinking? Because I remember you said this. So God don't want me to have fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, I know how that I mean, I didn't tell you this, but I know exactly how it feels, because every time I feel like, okay, I need to get my life together, then the first thing is like, oh wait, but now you can't drink. Oh man. Now my life is just gonna be boring. It's just gonna be lame.
Yeah.
No fun ever. But it's lit over here. I feel like this deja vu. Did we say this already? Did we say it's lit? Did we say this on one of the episodes?
I don't think so.
Well, is it lit over here? Like, is it lit?
Yeah, it's lit.
It's lit.
So yeah. So really,
tell everybody live for Jesus.
Huh?
Oh, nothing. I'm sorry.
Everybody. So yeah. So really, you're like you said, the desires. You're in order to be the man you want to be, your desires literally have to change. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's your desires.
Yeah, the desires.
That's the word of the day.
Yeah.
Your desires.
God can change them.
Yeah.
So you can you
desire fun, when you desire, looking a certain way, when you desire having those things, when your desires are in that, then that's when your relationship suffers. But if your desire is to love, to everyone to know you love your wife, if your desire is to everyone to see that you're this man of God, that's your true desire, then that's how you live right.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. Okay, so I don't know why I'm still talking, because the camera didn't cut off, but we just.
I mean, both of them cameras on.
I know they on, but I'm just like, we just really gonna be sitting here talking. Oh, yeah. I wanted to say this though.
We almost at an hour too.
Okay, dang. Okay, so talking about the desires. Even like so if I go back to what I said to the person who feels like you look at everybody and wish you could be as spiritual as they are, and you want to have all this stuff, like, it is a process. Mm-hmm. And we don't just immediately change overnight. Mm-mm. I tried that, but it was kind of like a forced thing. Like, okay, now I have to do this. I have to follow these rules, and I have to do this and do that. It didn't last. But over time, like, what I'm trying to say is that now, all of a sudden, I haven't told you this, but all of a sudden, well, you probably know, all of a sudden, I want to dress differently. Like, I don't really have a desire to wear crop tops anymore. Oh, they kind of like, the desire is kind of like lessening. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm starting to more desire, like, I'm starting like the oversized, not like just super baggy, but like that look where you fly. Mm-hmm. But I don't have to, my stuff don't have to be super tight. It don't have to be, and I could be so cute. Yeah. I was like, God, is this you? So, because I mean, I do, like, I like my crop tops, but I'm starting to not be comfortable in them. And I'm starting to, like, no longer have the desire to wear crop tops. It
could be some other things as well that plays a part in it.
What? Me gaining weight?
Yeah. That could be playing a part in it. But yeah, because
usually,
so? You wear the high waist jeans and you have a crop top, it look like, kind of look like you're not really, kind of like you got a shirt on. So.
Well, no, because like just I don't know, like a little bit of my stomach is like a little peekaboo, because my stomach looks terrible, so I can't full out just have my whole stomach out anyway, and I don't even like the way they look.
The oatmeal pie.
Yeah, I got an oatmeal pie stomach, so I can only show like right above. You still see stretch marks, but I throw like right in, like just this little right here. But even I'm telling you, Isaiah, I really don't care for them. So I really don't think it's because I'm gaining weight. I just really, it's just like, I don't have to prove nothing to nobody.
People gonna be mad at me because you gaining weight.
You think they gonna drag you for that?
Yeah, I wouldn't like telling her she gaining weight. She said she's gaining weight.
Yeah.
So I was like, because of you, what you said.
Babe, you ain't gotta explain nothing to these people.
I'm just saying.
We sleepy. Like.
Yeah.
Do you get goofy when you sleepy?
No, I get annoyed when I'm sleepy.
You do. You right. Me, I start doing all kind of crazy stuff. Like, when I get sleepy, I start talking crazy, making funny noises, and so anyway. So are you getting annoyed right now? Like, can you shut up talking?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
you don't want me to shut up.
I'm good. We do need to go ahead and let everybody go.
All right. Yeah. So anyways.
You saying anyway, like you finna start something else.
Oh no, I was about to segue into closing it out.
Well,
because it's
anyways, like she was saying.
Oh wait, are we?
Yeah, I'm finna end it. So y'all go ahead, like, share, subscribe to our page. If you listen to us on the podcast, follow us. Download this podcast, share it with the people who need to hear it. Like I said, restoretees.com. Get these shirts, $7.99. So it's just a steal.
Yes, because why is it $7.99?
What you mean? Why?
Just get a few of them, okay? Get you a few of them. Get them as gifts, because us men and women of God, we need to be rocking our identities.
Yeah.
I thought about, like, when you go in the grocery store, if I got this woman of God shirt, first of all, I'm always, I'm not perfect, but when I'm out in public, I'm not a type of person who, I don't have a temper or anything, so I don't go off on people. But if there was a situation to where I could go off and I got this shirt on, I'm like, wait, hold up. Girl, calm down.
Yeah.
You out here showing everybody who you are. Don't let nobody see you slipping up.
Mm-hmm.
And you got your woman of God tee on. So I really like wearing these, like, often, just because it just reminds me and it reminds people who they dealing with. So when somebody try to talk crazy to you,
I'm
a woman of God.
Hey, look at my shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Do it again. What you gonna say?
Hey, look at my shirt.
Oh, my bad, bro. Oh, I can't mess with him.
Hey, you don't play. You don't play about me. Yeah.
God, your daddy. We're like, listen.
Yeah.
My daddy is the one who owns his universe.
Mm-hmm.
You better watch who you talking to. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I'm sleepy. I'm sorry. But I love having date nights with you. This is literally a date night.
Yeah.
My love language is talking and is having conversation, and so I get to have my way with this podcast.
Yep.
And then some days you can have your way after the podcast.
Hey.
So anyway, we also actually listen to podcasts as dates as well. Or it's a date to me.
Yeah.
It's something that we do to spend time together. So we want to encourage you, if you are if your spouse is available, like, don't look at this podcast by yourself. Get your husband, get your wife, y'all get together.
Just cut it on. Yeah, we do it while we cleaning up.
Yeah, we'll do it while we cleaning up.
We'll cut the podcast on and just sit there and listen.
Yeah, and it sparks conversation.
Yeah.
So it'll give y'all something to talk about. Y'all discuss. Do you agree? Do you not agree? And let us know your thoughts. And yeah, and make it a thing. Like on Thursday nights when you listen to the podcast, y'all listen, and then y'all need to go make sure y'all get some what do you call it?
Some agreeing time?
Some agreement time.
What you trying to say?
I'm trying to say, like,
you're gonna be nasty.
Yeah. This is for married. I mean, that's not just for married people, but for my married people. Listen.
Yeah.
Girl, get that man some after y'all watch this podcast or after y'all listen, okay? And thank me later.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna regret this. I feel like I'm gonna be like, Isaiah, cut all of this out. I'm talking crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sleepy.
And I'm gonna just leave it, and you ain't gonna know.
I sure am not. I'm sure not, because I don't watch the podcast. I do not listen, and I don't watch our podcast at all. I don't want to. Like, I don't want to, because if I look at myself and be like, why did you post that? Take it off now.
Yeah.
So
anyway, we'll see y'all later. Tune in next week.
What's that? What are you throwing up?
It's the piece.
You did like this. Don't let me find out you in some type of secret society, because
what they say them people doing.
Don't do that. It's like, okay,
Then why?
but then they say, like,
I've been saying like this the whole time.
Oh wow. You wanted them.
Anyway, bye y'all.
It's something like this.
Dang, we trying to. Can they leave?
Can you cut that out,
No.
please?
Bye y'all. See y'all later.
I'm
Peace.
sleepy. I can't wait to go to sleep. That's why you ain't getting nothing tonight.